I think one kind of a solution could be the rail-based transportation system, where you can create low-carbon trip chains by using bicycle and train, and maybe developing station areas as a starting points for low-carbon areas or cities.
We need to change the way we behave. The behavioral change is a massive need, and we need to plan for the behavioral change, not think that the behavioral change is coming on its own. We need to make it easier to use public transport, easier to walk, easier to cycle, at the same time as we're making it more difficult to drive your car. Because the car is the source of both climate change gas and also the source of air pollution.
We have to realize that the problem is the private cars. And even if we're talking about electric cars or other, maybe hydrogen or wherever, because a car is always a car.
I come from Hungary, so I can start with Budapest. We are facing a lot of problems with air pollution and congestions. Congestion, I mean, not only in the city itself, but in the roads leading to the city, at the city boundaries. So we have a lot of people moving out of the city to live and commuting back to the city, and this causes a lot of problems at the roads leading to the city. The area around the city is not very well connected with public transport, so these people are mostly car dependent, and if they move out, they need a car or two cars even to move the children, to move the wife and the husband. And a lot of people commute or work in the city and go to school in the city, and we observe a lot of problems in the city boundaries.
And it is on the local and regional authorities to address this issue. How can we contribute to the decrease of the global temperatures? Metropolitan regions are the concentrations of inhabitants, of jobs, and that's why it is the best place where we can act concretely on concrete measures to achieve the improvement in the fields of mobility. And of course, the first way to do is to use public transport and to make a shift from personal cars to public transportation. So metropolitan areas are actually drivers of the change.
I think that regional governance, as we would call it, is the key. If we don't share the same vision of how to meet the challenges of global warming, and what the impact that has on the local and regional level, I think we have a big problem. We have to integrate all the silo thinking to a common vision and common strategies, and as we heard in the previous talks, that the population is increasing mainly in the area between the urban city and the rural area that we will call rurban.
Also, the ideas from the other technicians of the other metropolitan areas has been very, very important. We can get much more for a small price, much more knowledge. We know different specialists from different regions. We know specific things that they are doing, and in an easy way we can improve and make a bigger step that was not possible if we are not working with the other metropolitan regions for all Europe.
So I think the main message is that we should take the metropolitan region as a whole. We have a metropolitan city that is normally a center of different activities, concentration of population, but we also have neighboring regions that contribute the working force that commute daily to the metropolitan regions. And we can solve those issues just if we combine both areas. And by developing by combining land use policies with mobility policies, we can really make a change.
Going to, in a smart and air project, we are going to list measures and to have a guide for how to implement new actions that will help all of us to have a better mobility. In our case, we are working for this particular goal that I have said before, no? A better air and for a safe environment for the population. No?